Let me walk y'all through my train of thought though. All week I said, if y'all think Joe Burrow is gonna take that team into Arrowhead, into on the road and knock us off, you know what I mean, to go to the Super Bowl. I said Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, all of them, they're good, but they're young. And if you think they're gonna come into Arrowhead on the road after they just beat the 1 seed and then come and beat the 2 seed and go to the Super Bowl, I said, who do y'all think Joe Burrow is? Come to find out, not only did Joe Burrow do exactly what I said he wouldn't do, he did it from down 18 points. This game was once 21-3 at one point, 21-10 at halftime. It ended the quarter 21-21. It ended the third quarter 21-21. So this game turned on its head fast. Joe Burrow did everything I said he wouldn't do, but then even did it from down 18 to kind of rub it in a little bit. Like Joe Mixon said, call the man Super Bowl Burrow, because the Bengals are going one way or another. We can talk about Patrick Mahomes' bad second half, right, where he had the biggest gap in QBR since 2006 for a playoff quarterback. His first half QBR was 98. His second half QBR was 1.4. 1.4. Second half, he was 8 for 18, 55 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Mahomes magic probably wore off, you know what I'm saying? You know Space Jam where they got the secret stuff. He could have used some of that, I would say. And I think that some of the plays really were just things that like Patrick Mahomes has to get better with. We understand he's a magician in the pocket. We understand all the things he can do, which is why I will not go too hard on number 15. Okay, I will not do it. But I will say, some of those long sacks, you know what I mean? Some of those costly plays we had, like even the play to set up the overtime field goal, he fumbled that. Joe Thuney don't fall on that ball. We don't even have a chance at overtime. Everyone's sick. We lose. I think he took a step this year, right? From trying to take the big plays, he went shorter. Obviously, we didn't see that on the last play. We'll get there in a little bit. But he went shorter. He started taking what the defense gave him. The next step is, once you get out of that pocket, I know that's when all the magic happens, because he was successful at it once earlier this game. When he rolled out, he scrambled. Then he found Travis Kelce in the end zone. Momentum was going our way. Every other situation that he scrambled, he turned right, he turned left, he turned right, he turned left, they ended up tackling him for a loss. So this defense, man, they did what they had to do. And they don't have the best defense, okay? The Bengals do not have the best defense, but the playoffs is not really about that. It's about adjustments. Whoever made those adjustments at halftime, because this game was not going their way. Bengals fall back, bruh. Joe Burrow becomes the first player in Super Bowl history to be the number 1 pick and reach the Super Bowl in his first 2 years. Let's talk about Super Bowl Burrow, man. Last year, he hurt his ACL. This year, they're 10-6. And it's just a prime example of playoffs. All it means is play your best football for 4 games. If you can do that, you have a chance to win it all. You look at Cincinnati's route. They played the Raiders in the wild card, but then went to Tennessee on the road, knocked off Tennessee on a game-winning field goal. They come to Arrowhead on the road, right? The team who basically runs the AFC. You lose the coin toss. Joe Burrow even says, usually if you lose the coin toss to those guys, you're going home. Joe Burrow was 23 for 38, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception on a 60% completion rate. This Bengals team did exactly what they had to do. Jamar Chase didn't have the biggest game, but when they needed him, he was there. He had 6 receptions, 54 yards, 1 touchdown to tie the game. And this is where the Bengals can go to the next level. They have weapons everywhere. I mentioned that stat on one of the previous pods about Burrow, Mixon, Chase, Higgins. Like, they're the first duo to all have 1,000 yards in their respective categories and be under 25, all of them. So this is when they become dynamic. When T. Higgins strictly one-on-one, T. Higgins had a great game, man. He made great catches all night. He had 10 receptions for a $103. Big catch on 2nd and 8, strong hands. He made 2 grabs with just straight strong hands. You know what I mean? Keeping the ball high because he's taller. You know, don't let DBs punch it. And I'm not even really big on blaming it on the defense. I'm really going to blame this all on the offense, because the defense got us an interception. our only takeaway of the game, and we didn't capitalize, right? So the defense was not going to give us that many opportunities, extra opportunities. I will say they got us one. We didn't capitalize. That's our fault. The last thing I want to touch on before we move to the NFC was the throw by Patrick Mahomes. Was it a bad throw? It was circumstantial, right? So it's 3rd and 10. And I think that's a bad thing. It's 3rd and 10. We didn't move the ball at all the first 2 plays of offense. But it's 3rd and 10. Too high safety, which is Pat Mahomes' kryptonite, obviously. It's our kryptonite. But again, real quick, adjustment. Shout out to the Bengals. They said the first half was not going our way. But what we're going to do is let's make second half adjustments to the defense that has gave them problems all year. They came out. It did just as they thought it would. It gave us problems in that second half. And the throw to heel, double coverage, 3rd and 10 overtime. The way I look at it is you're giving them the ball back anyway. Field position plays a part in that. Also, Pat did not willingly throw that up expecting an interception, right? It was a jump ball with 1-on-1. The dude batted down right perfectly into the other guy's hands. I would understand if the other guy jumped too, but he didn't. He just batted it down right into his hands. I'll go bad throw just because Mahomes' second half wasn't all that great. So I will go bad throw, but it's not as bad as people make it seem. And it was 3rd and 10. You wanted a chunk play. You seen Tyreek Hill 1-on-1. I think you take your chances 1-on-1. Safety helped over, was able to catch a pick.